Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Christopher Roberts. Joining me now, he is in two locations. He is in London in the United Kingdom, and he's also in Singapore. He is the owner of the Hypnosis Clinic. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Jonathan Garside to the program. Jonathan, welcome. How are you today?
Great, really good. Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to join us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All righty. So why don't you start us off? Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, so I work with hypnosis as a tool in a psychotherapeutic setting. We have branches in Regent Street in London and also in Singapore. We see a variety of different patients from all over the world for a variety of different things.
All righty. Now, what really got you started in what you're doing? What sent you down this road?
Well, curiously enough, I actually worked in broadcasting. So I worked for the BBC for a number of years as a producer. And like a lot of people that maybe you know in broadcasting as well, I used to smoke cigarettes. So I ended up going to see a hypnotherapist in London with a view to becoming a non-smoker. And obviously, it worked. And I was fascinated in how it worked and why it worked. So I embarked on a course of study over a number of years and eventually qualified as a clinical hypnotherapist, a master hypnotist, and set up the hypnosisclinic.com.
All righty. Well, while I might be in the broadcast industry, I don't smoke.
That's very good. It's a hell of a thing to stop.
There you go. Yeah, tell me about it, right? So, what kind of background or training is needed for what you do?
Well, in most countries, no formal training is needed at all, which is why it's so important that when you are going to consider going to see a hypnotherapist, you make sure that they've got some form of training. A minimum of a diploma in clinical hypnotherapy is useful. And also being able to belong to one of the major organizations like the National Guild of Hypnotists or here the British Council of Hypnotist Examiners to make sure that somebody's actually attained a standard that's safe enough to work with people. So it's important before you go and see a hypnotherapist that you do your homework. And I'd also suggest that you choose somebody who offers, like we do at the hypnosisclinic.com, a free initial consultation. Then you can go in, meet the person that you're going to be working with, and you can see whether you feel good about it, and indeed whether hypnosis and hypnotherapy are right for you.
All righty. Now, when somebody does reach out to you for the first time, what are they looking for? What do you see the most of?
Oh gosh, all sorts of things. It kind of varies from country to country. Sometimes we see people who want to reduce their weight. Some people who want to have natural childbirth. Good quality sleep is something that we do a lot of. Helping people to avoid and beat some of the stresses of living in major cities like London and New York. Sometimes people have phobias about flying or animals, and we help them with that too. Improving your memory, hypnosis is awesome for that, helping to pass examinations, self-esteem, confidence, public speaking, and of course, as I know too well, becoming a non-smoker. So there are all sorts of different things. And even though someone may not have actually actively considered hypnosis or hypnotherapy as an alternative treatment, we have a lot of success in these sorts of areas. So it is worth finding the local hypnotherapist to you and going in for a free initial consultation and just seeing if it's something that you feel might work for you.
All righty. Now, why do you think clients choose you over someone else out there? What sets you apart from others?
Well, I think it varies from one country to another. I think in Singapore, people are attracted to the clinic there because I'm trained in the UK, and the UK has a particularly high standards. I think also, I think people like to come and see us here at the hypnosisclinic.com because we do offer that free initial consultation, and it means that you can come and find out about hypnosis and how it works without having to pay any money or have any commitment. And I think that's an important thing because obviously hypnosis and hypnotherapy isn't necessarily mainstream medicine, so it's not like going to see a doctor. You have to feel comfortable with the person that you're going to. And I think that's one of the things that sets us aside, is that, we do offer this free initial consultation so people can come and see it without any form of worry or concern.
All righty. Now, walk me through that session. What's that like? What's somebody getting themselves into when they reach out?
The initial session is very, very simple. The first time I meet somebody, we have a talk. I tell them a little bit about what hypnosis is and how it works. Obviously, people have questions about it. When we start that first initial consultation, the initial first session of hypnosis, and someone gets to sit in the big, comfortable chair, we dim the lights, close the blinds, and really I talk them through using visual imagination and guidance and things to think about, some things to analyze. No swinging pendulums or pocket watches, you'll be pleased to hear. That's very old-fashioned. No one does that anymore. But more through a guided form of relaxation, just helping someone to feel comfortable and calm. And then when they're in that kind of nice place between being awake and being asleep, that's where hypnosis is. And when people are in that state, they're much more open to the ideas and the thoughts and the suggestions that someone like me is qualified to give them, that will help to put some of these into, some of the things and the problems and issues that they have into a better perspective, to help them have the willpower and determination to stop smoking, to be able to relax and feel comfortable enough to enjoy a good night's sleep without going over the events of the day or worrying about tomorrow. So that first initial consultation, I take someone very easily, very gently, very comfortably, and it's a wonderful feeling. It's something you should try sometime.
Alrighty. Now, where do you see yourself moving forward? What's going to be on tap for you?
Well, all sorts of different things. We're moving into working with larger companies here in London and Singapore, just to help the well-being of their staff. A lot of people suffer from stress and problems with public speaking. So we do a lot of work with larger companies now, helping them to have a happier, healthier, brighter, more well-rested staff. And of course, just keeping the clinic here and allowing it to grow. And maybe, who knows, we might even have a clinic in New York next.
All righty, waiting for that to happen, So how can my audience reach out and contact you to find out more information?
Well, people can find us at thehypnosisclinic.com, and then from there, that's for the UK, and thehypnosis.clinic.com.sg if you're living in Singapore. I know that you guys have listeners all around the world. So one of our cities hopefully will be close to you. Or you can just Google the Hypnosis Clinic and it'll take you to your nearest one.
All righty. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. Thank you so much.
And lovely. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
You are so welcome. And for everyone else out there, do stick around. We will be right back.